Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honors to the apostle of his great Wilson, well. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel. Shalom and above all. Back it up with none less through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Shai. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Alright, and I want to do this exhortation right here, man. You know, to always keep in mind that the Lord don't need us. We need him. Okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai doesn't need us. We need Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. And I want to start with this precept right here. Go to the book of Luke, chapter 3, verse 8. And it says, "Bring forth therefore fruits worthy of repentance, and begin not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father. For I say unto you that Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham." Okay, so let's say hypothetically, you know, you wanted to play the card like, yeah, I'm an Israelite, this, that, and the third. But guess what? The Lord don't need you to wake up Israel. The Lord could raise up stones to raise up children unto Abraham. Okay? So that's another reason why you should stay humble, because at the end of the day, if Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai really wanted to, he doesn't need any of us, man. He could raise up stones to wake up the elect, man. Okay, he could raise up stones to be children of Israel if he wanted to, because he had the power to turn Lot's wife into a pillar of salt. So he has the power to make a stone a person, man, just in a reverse manner. You see? But nonetheless, through the Spirit, you know, I just wanted to start with that little precept right there. But let's get this next one. This is Luke 19. At verse 40, it says, let me start at verse 39, Luke 19:39, "And some of the Pharisees from among the multitude said unto him, Master, rebuke thy disciples. And he answered and said unto them, If I tell you that if these should hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out," man. That's right, man. So the stones, going back to that Luke, man. Okay, the Lord could raise up stones unto Abraham. All right? So we got to understand that the Lord giving us this position to be in this truth, to do this work, really is a privilege, first and foremost, man. Okay, and it's not something to be taken lightly or taken for granted. All right? In this truth, we have to shoot forth our appreciation to Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, man. All right? Let's get another one real quick. This is a precept that just came to my spirit, Isaiah 49. And starting at verse 5, "And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength." Right? And then he said, "It is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation to the end of the earth." So the Lord said it's a light thing for us to be a servant. Even though we're going to get great rewards for being the servants of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai and being the men of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai and doing this work, okay? But it's a light thing for the Lord to raise us up to be his servant. The Lord don't need us, man. We need him more than we need us, more than he needs us. Okay? It's for our own good to serve Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai and to do right by him. Deuteronomy 10:13, it says, "To keep the commandments of the Lord and his statutes which I command thee this day for thy good." Okay? It's for our own good, man. Baruch 4:1. "This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai, and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die." So if you leave Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai's ways of righteousness, that's death unto you. Okay? But if you keep it, that's life unto you, man. So it's profitable to serve the Lord. Don't be like 2/3 who don't think there's no profit in serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai. All right? It's very profitable. Scriptures say how godliness is profitable unto all things, man. All right? So if we leave his ways, we die, man. If we keep his ways, that's life unto us. So that goes to show you that we need the Lord more than he needs us. Job 35:2 says, "Thinkest thou this to be right, that thou saidest, my righteousness is more than the Most High's. For thou saidest, what advantage will it be unto thee? And what profit shall I have if I be cleansed from my sin? And you got a lot of jakes who come in that spirit. You know, they look at it like, man, what's the point of me going out and wearing a dress and screaming at the top of my lungs, reading Bibles? What's that going to do for me? How's that going to make me any money? Right? Jake thinking that their ways are more righteous than the Lord's. You know, they think that they got it over Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, for thou saidest, what advantage will it be unto thee? And what profit shall I have if I be cleansed from my sin? I will answer thee and thy companions with thee. Look unto the heavens and see, and behold the clouds which are higher than thou. If thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou unto him? If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? Or what receiveth he of thine hand? It says, thy wickedness may hurt a man as thou art, and thy righteousness may profit the Son of Man. So our righteousness is what's profitable unto us, man. Okay? That's profitable. But when you're being wicked, that's being detrimental to yourself, man. That's why it says in October 12 and 10, it says, but they that sin are enemies to their own life. Okay, so when you're living your life wickedly, you're being an enemy to your own life. The scriptures say, be not righteous over much. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? And be not over much wicked. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? Okay, so when you're being wicked overly, you're only hurting yourself, man. But when you're living righteously, that's being beneficial to yourself. Okay, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Shai still, you know, is going to be who he is. He doesn't need us to save him. We need him to save us. Okay? 2 Ezra 1 and 27. Ye have not, as it were, forsaken me, but your own selves, saith the Lord. That's right. So when you forsake Yahweh Shem Shai, you forsake your own self, man. Because you forsake that which is profitable unto you. All right? Sirach 18 and 8 it says, what is man and whereto serveth he? What is his good and what is his evil, man? And our good is to serve Yahweh Shem Shai. Our evil is to disobey Yahweh Shem Shai. Let me get a precept on that. Okay, that's why the Lord said that his people committed 2 evils. Matter of fact, let me get that real quick, Lord willing. Jeremiah 2 and 13. It says, for my people have committed 2 evils. They have forsaken me, fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. Okay, so the Lord said, we didn't just commit 1 evil, we forsook him, that's 1 evil, and then Jake on top of that wanted to go serve idol gods, which are like broken cisterns that can hold no water, man. That water representing the spirit, the wisdom, you see? So it's a wickedness to depart from Yahweh Shem Shai, okay? And it's profitable to cleave unto the Lord. We get another one. Deuteronomy 12:28. It says, observe and hear all these words which I command thee, that it may go well with thee and with thy children after thee forever, when thou doest that which is good and right in the sight of the Lord Yahweh thy power. That's right. So that's what we ought to be doing. But when we forsake Yahweh Shem Shai, that's evil unto us, man. Okay? It's wickedness to depart from Yahweh Shem Shai. Like it says in Hosea. Hosea 4 and 6 says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. So ultimately you reject the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai when you reject the Lord and his ways and what he commands of us. It says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. All right, right. Just like we read back in Deuteronomy 12 and 28, man. Okay? You know, that it may go well with thee and thy children. So that's the point right there, man. All right? You don't want to wickedly depart from Yahweh Shem Shai. Let me get that real quick. 2 Samuel 22 and 22. It says, for I have kept the ways of the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai, and have not wickedly departed from my power. Yeah. It's a wicked thing to depart from Yahweh Shemel Shai. It says, for all his judgments were before me, and as for his statutes, I did not depart from them. Okay? I was also upright before him, and have kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore the Lord hath recompensed me according to my righteousness and according to my cleanness in his eyesight. All right? That's the part right there. All right? Jeremiah 3:20, it says, surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. That's right. So, you know how a woman wants to up and leave her man, all right, which is off. You know, a woman's not supposed to just give up on her man and just leave him, okay? Especially when he's doing right by her. So it's the same thing when you wickedly depart from Yahweh Shemel Shai, okay? That's like a woman treacherously departing from her husband, man. After everything the Lord has done for us, you know, what more could the Lord really do for us, man? All right, he's done so much for us. And there's so much more that he has in store for us. But you got Jake who want to turn their back on Yahweh Shemel Shai. That's through, man. Isaiah 5, starting at verse 1. Now will I sing to my well-beloved a song of my beloved touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. And he fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vine and built a tower in the midst of it and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes, and it brought forth wild grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. What could have been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. That's right. So the Lord is saying, look, I don't put Israel on the level. I done subdued their enemies before them. You know, I suffered no man to do them wrong. I reprove kings for their sake, the Lord said. You know, the Lord's like, look, all these things I done for Israel, judge between me and my vineyard. What more could I have done for them? For them to, you know, bring forth wild grapes, which those wild grapes represent Jake being degenerates, man. Jake being a living wickedly, man. Okay? Bringing forth strange fruit. It says, and now go to, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge thereof, and it shall be eaten up, and break down the wall thereof, and it shall be trodden down. So now that's the Lord allowing our enemies to get the best of us because we forsook him. All right, it says, and I will lay it waste, and it shall not be pruned nor digged, but there shall come up briars and thorns, and I'll also command the clouds that they rain no rain upon it. All right, and if your cloud, if there's no rain being rained down upon the vegetation, it's not going to grow. So ultimately, what's that going into? All right, no rain, famine. All right, and if you got a famine, that's no growth of the food. So in the spirit, the Lord's saying, look, he's taking away all those blessings, man. Okay, it says, for the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel, and the men of Judah his pleasant plant. And he looked for judgment, but behold oppression, for righteousness, but behold a cry. That's right, man. So the Lord basically saying, look, after everything he done did for Israel, you know, it's still not enough for Jake, man. All right, that's why to depart from Yahweh Shemel Shai is a wicked thing. And you have to understand that the Lord don't need us, man. We need him, okay? And people are going to realize that in these times that since Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's been calling out, he's been stretching out his hand, no man regarded. When all hell breaks loose, and they're going to call out to him, he's not going to regard them, man. And they're going to realize that they need him more than he ever needed them. Proverbs 1:20 says, wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates, and in the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long ye simple ones will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. And that's what you see. You got the men of the Lord out in the highways and byways crying out, okay? Telling Jake how long they want to be simple and be in the world, and how long do they want to hate the knowledge of Yahweh Shemel Shai. It says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And that's what the Lord's been doing through his men, okay? Teaching the way that the Bible has been interpreted and taught has been revolutionized since the true prophets of Yahweh Shemel Shai has been on the scene, man, okay? It says, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. It says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof It says, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. Then they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Okay, right. That's what the Lord said. In their affliction, they're going to seek him early. Hosea 5:15. That's when Jake want to start praying to the Lord, when everything starts going all crazy. But before that, when the Lord's telling Jake to get right, Jake don't want to listen. You know, so you can't blame the Most High when he don't answer a lot of these niggas, man. Because when he's been calling out to them, they didn't answer him. Okay? And he's giving them plenty of opportunities, man. And now it says, when your fear, verse 29 says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, they would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. That's right. So you thought you knew better. You thought that your way was the good way to go. Guess what? Now you're going to have to see the fruits of your reward for choosing your own way. Okay? And it says, for the turning the way of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. All right, yeah. So that it may go well with you, man. You hearken to the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, it'll go well with you at the last. Okay, but if you hearken to the ways of your own ways and don't want to take heed to the ways of the Lord, you're going to see that your way ain't the way. All right? Hey, read that again. 2 Ezra 1:27. Ye has not, as it were, forsaken me, but your own self, saith the Lord. And that's a beautiful precept right there, man, because you got to understand, when you forsake Yahweh Shem Shai, you really are forsaking yourself. You know? Because guess what? When the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai is what's profitable for you. But when you forsake that, then you're choosing the ways that are not profitable for you. So, you know, I just wanted to do a little edification on that, man. Always stay humble, you know, and have that mindset that I need the Lord more than he needs me, you know. And then when you think like that, that's going to make you move with more fear. That's going to make you move with more diligence and be more circumspect and on point. All right. So, you know, that's the point right there, man. Okay. We need him. He doesn't need us. Okay. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yashai, Ba'ashem Chakodash, double honors to the apostles, elders, great most, and the Ruel, peace and blessing to the elect of Israel. Shalom and above all.